Let me see something. Let me see something. I'm trying to see if I can get to the bag like Peaches McIntyre, because if I gotta come on here and talk about my dysfunctional ass marriage to be able to secure a home for my children since my credit score isn't meeting the requirements, maybe now this is just what I have to do. Because, a woman's going to do what a woman's got to do. But, um, I posted a reel. It was 2 reels I posted on IG a couple days ago. And apparently, it's making men feel a certain kind of way. Number one man in my life is my husband. He's completely in his feelings because on part of the video I said, do y'all really think dick in hotels is good enough? He must have got a little triggered because we had recently did dick in a hotel. So, I didn't mean to ruffle his feathers. I, however, as Ono the Oracle, decided to make the reel based off of a conversation I was having with my homegirl. Now, here's the thing, fellas. I am a woman. So, my viewpoint, my perspective, my experience is based off of me being a woman. So, all I can say is if I were a side piece or previously experienced side piece ism, then there's just requirements. And, we're getting a little too old to not realize our worth. We've birthed babies out of these vaginas. We now know how powerful we are. We now know how magical, mystical we are. We now know how superior we are. And y'all have a problem with it. I'm here to tell you that we're not trying to work against you. We want to work with you. However, it's going to take a level of sit the fuck down-itness and shut the fuck up-itness in order to catch the message. Now, if you can be man enough to hush your ego and allow your spirit to take in the message, then you can elevate your life to unlimited plateaus. But if you continue to shut out the message and shoot the messenger, then your life is going to just be fucked. And you're going to be mad because the person that you were with is going to go on and they're going to live the life that is intended for them to live. You, however, are going to be fucked. So what I want to say today is, be careful, brethren. Be careful. Because it's a lot of y'all beta males out there that really think y'all alpha males and you just really not. You're a beta. And there's a lot of us alpha women who have somehow entangled ourselves with these beta men. And it's causing a lot of friction. And I know a lot of women like myself. And I'm seeing the pattern. I'm seeing the pattern. But you know what? We getting the fuck away from y'all's asses. Because while y'all was watching movies and while y'all was playing the game, we was studying. We were growing. We were working on our fucking selves. The work that y'all refuse to do, the work that you feel like it's just not needed, You feel like you're just perfect, like you got it all together. But guess what? You don't. But neither do we. However, we know that. We're okay with stating that. We're okay with feeling that within our soul and our spirit. However, we're not content with staying there. So we do the fucking work. And all I can suggest to y'all brothers out there right now, that this video may be triggering to you, I suggest that you just take some time to yourself. Stop blaming others. Stop projecting that pain and really go and heal that fucked up, sad ass little boy inside of you. The one who paid you no attention. The one who talked about you. The one who ranked on you. The one who hit you. Like all of those things that sad, hurt little boy felt and was done to him. You need to go sit in that shit and realize, you know what? Maybe that does play a little bit of part in my ego and in my character and in my behavior. And maybe it's time for me to work on that. Maybe go find that person who did that to me. Maybe go talk to that person who made me feel that way. And get that shit up off your chest, brother, so that you can grow. Because y'all ain't standing on y'all 10 toes. I don't really know if you want to count the pinky as a toe. I think we call it the pinky toe. Like, how many, do you have 10? Like, was you born? Maybe some of y'all got 12. Maybe y'all got 6 toes. Like, I don't really know. Like, however many toes you got, maybe you got shot in the foot and you're missing a toe. Like, I don't really know. Like, just however many toes you got on your feet, like, you need to stand on them bitches. Stand on your word. Like, I literally got my husband mad at me talking about I left them, I abandoned them. First of all, I paid the fucking gas bill. I paid the fucking electric bill. I ordered fucking groceries to be delivered to the fucking door. I didn't just went and bought this punk ass registration sticker to put on the fucking car that's registered to me that he's driving. I done just ordered over $200 worth of shit off of Amazon for my children so that we can create the frequency of happiness and joy in our household. And I have a man that don't realize he a fucking man. He still thinks he's a little boy that's being abandoned by his mother for a man. And I keep trying to tell him, baby, that ain't me. When mommy need to go away, it's because I'm working. And sometimes he confuses what I mean when I say working. Because he wants to pull through the parking lot of the school where I work at and then get upset because he don't see my car there. Well, baby, guess what? That ain't the only work that I do, honey. That might mean that I'm off somewhere working on me. Like, I literally have a client list of 17. That's 17 people that I encounter 3 times a week with all of their energy, with all of their issues, with all of their insecurities, with all of their questions, with all of the uncertainty and what's going to happen from day to day. I carry it. I release it by 1, writing it down in my notebook. I release it 2, by typing it in my system in the computer. And I release it 3, by going and doing something constructive or creative. Now, if you've been following me, you will remember that I was going to pole dancing classes, hip hop classes. I would be going with my sister before she moved. And for some reason, the baggage that's inside of my husband's heart wanted to make him believe, as it festered into this negative energy, this feeling of like evil. Like, you mad because I'm joining positive women and going to create more feminine energy? You wish that it was a couples class. Or, why am I going to a women's retreat? I need to be going to a couples retreat. Or why am I going out for ladies' night? Why do we just single ourselves out as ladies? It should be a couples night. Don't your friends got husbands? First of fucking all, fuck you and all of that. Fuck you and all of that. Because what the fuck am I rewarding you for? You already get rewarded with my vagina. Like, that shit is top tier, my nigga. You already getting rewarded with that, and you really don't deserve it. Because my standards are my standards. I believe that the children should be eating dinner at a reasonable time. I don't believe that dinner should be getting prepared at 7:30 at night. I believe that 7:30 at night, the kids should be getting baths and getting prepared for bed. However, I walk in from working a 12-hour day. Nobody's had baths. Nobody's eaten. But my husband's on a computer because he's working the network. He's working to become a millionaire by tomorrow. He allowed another woman to tell him what to do. And it has completely disrupted the flow of things because I needed him to focus on supporting me as I completed my master's degree program, as I increased my client load, as I found the balance between work and work. You know, as I found the balance, it's a constant thing. Like, you have to imagine I have a client this week that I might not have next week. They could say that they're changing schools, no longer need the services. You know, they could move out of the state. Like, I've had these, that's already happened. Okay, so then I have to cleanse myself of that energy and be prepared to take on another. So my job is constant. My job is constant. I'm constantly working on doing the job, documenting the job, and cleansing myself of the job. And I just want my husband to realize that it's not just a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, and Thursday thing. It's consistently. So if I ask you, honey, please do this, or please make sure this is done, or I would appreciate it if y'all could have the initiative to do the laundry yourself. Like, you guys can go and make sure it's done before I get home. Therefore, when I come home, that's one less thing that's on my mind. I have enough on my mind. Is that being I don't think that that's being selfish, because damn, like, I'm the breadwinner here. You can be on the phone networking all day long, but unless your check looks something like my check, that shit's irrelevant to me. I'm not doing nothing with $25, $50. That barely get us food as a family of 6. So when I need you to hold me down, I don't see why the fuck you can't hold me down. Why the fuck do you feel like, oh, she doing this, this, and this, so let me go off and do this, this, and this? No, brother. Like, your timing is bad as fuck, dog. Not only am I typing notes for work, I have to type research papers, put together PowerPoint presentations because I'm working on my master's degree. I can sit down all day long and say, babe, I'm getting my master's degree because I'm going to become a licensed professional clinical counselor. My goal is to start off doing that, $150 an hour. So all I have to do is work Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like, I'm giving you the whole rundown because I already know what my plan is for the next 6 months. I know what my next plan is for the next year. And I know what my next 5-year plan is, because that's the work I've been doing. But the conflict comes in when I'm dealing with a man who don't even know if he going or coming. He don't know if he's standing up or sitting down. He don't know if he going to the left or to the right. He just flowing like the river. Well, let me tell you something, brother. Better get a fucking paddle boat. Like, you need a paddle. And, like, you need to be able to steer. You don't need to just be flowing like the river. Like, the river might split off in a fork. And you may have supposed to have went to the left of the fork. But because your ass ain't in a fucking boat, you ain't built you no boat, you ain't got no paddle, nigga, you better learn from motherfucking Noah. So that when you on that river, you can steer. You can go ahead, you can veer to the left and go in the direction that you're supposed to. But you just out here flowing. Going in whichever direction the wind blows. Me, I'm on a sailboat, baby. My sail is helping me control my direction. And you mad at that. And that's sad. Like, that hurts my feelings. Like, I'm hurting right now. I'm hurt. But this too shall pass. And I'm still doing the work regardless. I just have to muster up the strength, and I have to cry as much as I need to cry so that I can release those emotions that's holding me back. The emotions and our tears are our roadblocks. Sometimes we got to get that shit out of us. And I don't have no problem with crying. But this is just a real fucked up transition I'm going through right now. But you know what? I felt it. And I even told my husband, I said, something is stirring up. I said, this 40th birthday is coming and something is stirring up. So I don't know what my birth chart is doing or where I am on my natal chart, but shit is transitioning. Like, I'm going through a bit of a transformation. So y'all just send me some good vibes and some good energy. I just really want peace. I want to have mature conversations and make mature decisions and create mature plans so that my family dynamic isn't as interrupted by this separation, because there's definitely has to be separation. And yeah, shit's wild. So yeah, it's been interesting. If y'all seen Sergio the Psychic commenting on my stuff, like, that's my husband. My husband is Sergio the Psychic. It was anonymous, and what's fucked up is somebody else brought it to my attention. Texted me like, who is this? And I'm looking at the misspelled words and the fucked up grammar. I was like, that's my husband. That's my husband. Yeah. She like, wow. That's embarrassing as fuck. My husband is 55 years old. But you know why I knew that was him? Because this is what he does. Last time we were separated, about 2016, 2007, the end of 2016 through 2017. I remember there's one time I went out. It had to be October because it was like we had just got back from Arizona. I don't know. I don't remember, but I posted a picture of me and my homegirl, and my brother follows me on Instagram. So that wasn't nothing new. But my husband needed to use my brother's phone. And you know, he don't like to admit it, but he be reaching. He likes to call it investigating. But go ahead, go and look. You gonna find something. And when you looking for something, you gonna make an excuse for anything to be something. Because you don't want to have just did that for nothing. So even if it's just a picture, you gonna have to go in, and it's just me and my homegirl taking a picture. And he got to try to say I'm a lesbian or I'm out here licking coochie or some shit he commented. And it was under my brother's name. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's wild. Like, it's a bunch of men. Like, it's a bunch of y'all living in that house. And you doing that. Like, that's weird as fuck. Like, how y'all grown ass men letting him get away with that shit? Like, y'all should have whipped that nigga's ass. Like, y'all niggas out here is corny these days, for real. Like, y'all rather gossip and send Snapchats and try to low-key tell a nigga what he might not be peeping and all that. Like, y'all worse than the females. Like, no wonder there's such a shift happening, because we can't even depend on y'all niggas to be men, for real. Like, shit's just weird, bro. So anyway, here I am. My mission is to break generational cycles, and I'm stuck in the middle of fucking one. It's just weird as fuck. But my goal is to make this transition as less traumatic for my children as I can. I don't want to be fighting with their daddy. I don't want the police to be slamming their daddy on the ground. Like, I just want him to realize, okay, maybe I should go. Yeah, maybe you should go. I'm not going to keep your children from you. I just was trying to ask the bull, like, what we going to do? Like, we could set up a schedule. Like, he brought him to the library so I could see him. I haven't been home in 2 days. So he brought him to the library so I could see him, and he, putting the timer on and shit. Well, he did that because he probably ain't got no money to pay for parking. But anyway, if he wasn't operating in such ego, I could help. But he's operating in such an egotistical way that I can't even. Oh, y'all. All the germs. They're trying to get me. The germs is trying to get me. I've been fighting this little thing since yesterday. And I can't say that. I've been fighting it for a while, but I went out and got drunk as hell. I can't even say I was drunk as hell, but I went and had one too many drinks at the holiday party the other day. I'm sure y'all seen it. And I broke all my immunities defenses. Like, I broke myself completely down. I opened myself up and made myself so susceptible to this virus that all I did yesterday was drink water all day consistently throughout the day. I was staying in a hotel, so I closed the bathroom. I cut the shower all the way on hot. I closed the bathroom door and I let it get steamy in there, and I sat in there and I breathed, because I was like opening up my nasal passages, because I could tell they starting to get blocked. And I don't like breathing out of my nose. Like, I don't like that shit. I don't like sleeping with my nose. Like, if I'm sleeping and I'm snoring and my mouth get open, okay. But I don't like having to sleep, like not being able to breathe through my nose. Like, I don't like that. So I'm about to go get me some medicine. I'm trying not to stress, because all of the things I'm dealing with is breaking my immune system down. And it's making it harder to fight against this virus that's been trying to attack me. Y'all know I be in the school with these snotty-nosed kids. I be having to tell them, cover your cough, cover your sneeze and your elbow. Like, use the sanitizer, washing my hands, telling them to wash their hands. It's just, come on. Like, parents, y'all gotta work with us here. Sheesh. Anyway, so I guess I just wanted to come on and document this, because I just really don't know what's going on right now. And I have my little sister, Destiny. She knows everything. And my best friend, Mimi. She knows everything. And, I just feel like he should have been more honest. He should have been more honest when we reconciled. We were separated. He wanted to pretend like he could forgive me because I had other relationships while we were separated. He said he forgave me. I put everything on the table. He knew who, he knew when, like, all of this stuff. I just laid it all out, because it's like, okay, well, if we're going to reconcile, then this is what's going on. But he never forgave me for it. And so every time that he can't control or manipulate me, he resorts back to that and says things like, well, I could have been going out cheating on you. You was cheating on me. It's like, no. Well, I could have da-da-da-da because you was da-da-da-da. No, like, so what are we doing now? Are we going back 5-10 years? Like, we going in the past again? Like, it's just such a toxic cycle. And I'm realizing now after 16 years, wow, I really been going through this cycle with this man all of this time. It's the same cycle. He'll stop smoking. He'll stop drinking. He'll be like headstrong into something. He'll get obsessed with something and be into it. Like into it to the fact where it's like, so you gonna help me do something? Like, are you gonna help me do anything in here? Or you just glued to whatever you're glued to? So now I have to make sure that everybody's eating and having baths and hair is washed and all of this and attend. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So then I'll get frustrated. And then it's like, then he'll smoke and I'll get frustrated and annoyed. So I'll increase my smoking. And then he'll be feeling my stress. So then that'll bring him back to smoking. And then us smoking together will bring us back together. And then we'll have sex. And then everything will be good until there comes a point in time I do something else that he doesn't agree with. Or I do something else that he he just was like not wanting me to do. That I'm doing anyway. Because it's like, well, I'm just living my life. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm going to Detroit. Like, I'm about to ride out with my cousin. Like, we about to kick it. Like, this shit about to be fun. Like, you mad because you're not going with me? Like, I'm literally trying to find the balance. Not only the balance between work and mom and wife. I'm trying to find a balance between femininity and masculinity. So here I am. I'm trying to go to pole classes, do certain things to increase my femininity so that can be more present and prevalent when I'm with my husband. And then I'm linking up with my cousins and my homeboys over here so that I can express my masculinity. But of course I can't tell my husband like, yo, like I'm going to hang with the fellas and his friends. He can be like, well, who is his? Like, who are them? Like, it ain't even like that. Like, it don't even be like that. Like, golly, like, the baggage is real. The baggage is real. And it's just unfortunate. And I can talk until I'm blue in the face to my husband. It doesn't matter. He's not listening. He already has made up in his mind what he wants to believe. Sometimes the things that he regurgitates out of his mouth is something that he completely made up in here. It's like whatever his brain tells him is the truth is what he believes. And sometimes that's not the truth. And it's just very, very sad. But he posting, I'm the one with mental illness and I'm the one that need to go see somebody and all these things that he's saying on my social media. But the proof is in the pudding. Like, I don't have to create aliases for myself. I don't have to create a facade. Like, I am who I am. And because he doesn't really truly like himself, he has to create aliases so he can get away from who he truly is. And I'm sorry. I can't heal the little boy inside of you. I wasn't there. I didn't do it. Just like you can't heal the little girl inside of me. I have to do that work on my own. I can't depend on him to do that work for me. But I need him to do his work like he needs me to do my work so that we can coexist. But we can't peacefully and joyfully coexist if only one person in a relationship is doing the fucking work. So, there's that. I'm still trying to figure out my next move. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do. My birthday is in like 6 days and I've canceled all of my plans because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This man will not work with me. He will not talk to me. He will not look at me. He's very aggressive with me. He won't leave my house. He refuses to leave my house because he said that the previous 2 baby mamas, he left. And he's very hurt right now because his 17-year-old daughter just had a baby. And he feels like because he left her, her daddy issues is why she's pregnant and just had a baby right now. And he's blaming himself. And for his oldest son, he's blaming himself for things that didn't go right in his life, and for time missed, and for memories not created. And so he said he vowed never to leave again. But he's creating this evil turmoil that I don't want to be a part of. He's literally created an evil entity. He's created this evilness, and it's only towards me. And I don't really understand what I did to deserve it. But I know that if I continue to stay and go through the cycle again, then I do deserve it. So I'm choosing me right now, and it hurts because I'm not a selfish person. I'm hurting. It's compounded hurt. I already have hurt. I'm already hurting. I'm already mourning. And he doesn't like that. He doesn't like me to mourn and give attention to other people because he lacked attention as a child. And he gets bothered when other people have my attention. And he can't see it. And I bring it to his attention and he doesn't believe it. He denies it. But I'm the one that has the mental illness, and I'm the one that needs to go see somebody. It's just insanity. It's insanity. So I have to just, I have so much work to have to do. I'm behind on, and I have to just take time to finish that. That's how I take care of my children. That's how I make sure we have oil changes and gas to travel. So, just pray for me as I pray for you. You know, I gotta go get my vibrations up high. I can't stay on this frequency. I'm working on attracting some things to me very quickly. I can't stay on this frequency. I have to go. And that's why y'all saw me kicking it at the holiday party, because I was like, oh, I can't stay on this frequency. I was sad. I was angry. I was at like all of the things that would have just kept creating situations to make me angry. It would have just kept creating. I mean, it was already happening. I was angry at the cars. I had road rage, and you know, it's just like, no, I can't stay on this frequency. I can't stay on this frequency. I like to be on a frequency where I'm helping people. Like earlier today, I was at the DMV to get the fucking registration stickers. And the older lady, you know, they have you sign in now with your phone number, and you know, they don't. She's an older lady. She ain't used to that. So I was at the ATM because I had to get cash, but she thought that was where you sign in at. And I said, no, ma'am. I said, I've been here so many times that I can tell you exactly how to do it. And I helped her do it. But that's what I enjoy doing. I don't want to be cussing people out because they're in my way or being mean and evil. Like, that's not me. And I don't know why after all these years my husband doesn't truly know my heart. I know that for a while I didn't know me. And I may need to apologize because maybe in the beginning I was the one that was carrying the facade. Maybe I was the one who had self-awareness and self-identity issues, which I did. For one, I'm 16 years younger than him. I met him, I was 23. So I was finishing college. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. Like he caught me in a time where it was easy to manipulate because I was already didn't have much direction. But I'm gonna tell you something. I got direction now. And my eyes are open and I can see. And I can no longer continue to accept certain behavior and certain energy towards me because I keep getting slapped and knocked down. And I'm way high up there now. I've been climbing steady for a while and I refuse to get knocked down. So, I'm just going to continue to pray and wrap an armor of protection around my children while I prepare another place for us. And I'm just going to continue to pray for my husband that he can heal his heart and heal that little boy inside of him that's very hurt and find his happiness and find out really what he's supposed to be doing and for him to do it. Because I know he has nothing but greatness. Like he's a great individual. He's very talented. He has a great sense of humor or whatnot, but he lacks